Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a kind of like a natural kind of everyday makeup look. And as you can see, I dyed my hair different colors, so you might notice that. Way darker than I ended up thinking it was going to be, but I kind of like it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to start off as always with an eye primer. So I'm going to prime my eyes real quick. Eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I'm going to do a really simple, like, really easy everyday look using it. So let's go ahead and set down our primer. I'm just going to use this shade called White Chocolate. Okay, now for our crease color, I like to start off with, I normally, pretty much every look I do, I like to do set down my primer, and then I like to use, like if it's just a simple look, I like to use 2 shades in my crease, and then 1 shade in my outer corner, 1 shade on my lid, and then 1 shade for my brow bone. I mean, some of those shades might be the same shades, but that's overall the kind of thing I go for just every day. So I'm going to start off using, I'm going to go in with milk chocolate. I'm just going to put that in my crease a little bit. And I'm going to blend it out. Okay, and then for the second color in my crease, I'm going to go in with Semi-Sweet, the shade right here. Just a little bit deeper brown, just to kind of give it some depth. Okay, and I'm going to blend that out. Okay, cool. And then for my outer corner, I'm going to use this really deep, rich brown shade called Triple Fudge. It almost looks black on camera, but it's a really deep brown. I'm just going to use this to kind of widen my eyes, give me more awake feel. I'm not really super going for like a smoky look. It just kind of gives a little bit of more depth. I know I use the same terms all the time, but not really much more to describe it than that. I just feel like giving you a little color on the outer corner just makes the world of difference, because I feel like it just kind of lifts your eyes up and it can make you seem a little bit more awake. So that's really good if you're like running errands, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you're dropping your kids off to school in the morning and you're just in a hurry but you want to look a little bit put together. I feel like it's a really good tip. Okay, now for my lid shade, I like, my favorite color for my lid shade in this whole palette is called Marzipan. The shade right here, it's so pretty. It's kind of like a pinky champagne color. I love it so much. And it's very brightening. So I like to really pack this color on. Sometimes if I have time, or if you have time, you know, I mean, it only takes a couple of seconds, but if you wet your brush, like, don't use water because that doesn't really have the same effects. You need something like MAC Fix Plus or like a setting spray, because it kind of clings to it and it gives you a more foiled look. But I don't really feel like, I'm just kind of, you know, just want something simple for every day. And I doubt every day you're going to want to wet your brush and keep dipping into it to build up the color, because honestly, you're not really probably looking for a super big color payoff. You just want something kind of neutral on the go. Okay, so then for my brow bone shade, I'm just going to go back in with that same color that I used to set my lid, White Chocolate, and I'm just going to build it up a little bit more on my brow bone. So I'm just going to kind of pack it on to give me a little bit more, just to brighten it up a little bit. Okay, and that's pretty much my eye look. You'll probably notice that I'm actually not going to put anything on my top lash line. I do love to define my upper lash line, but if I'm in a hurry, I don't want to feel like messing around with liquid liner or any kind of liner on my top lash line, because it can get kind of messy and sometimes it's hard to perfect it. And sometimes I feel like if you have a dark lash line, it's so beautiful, like it's my go-to look, even sometimes on an everyday kind of thing. but sometimes it can be a little bit harsh for every day. And so I just like to go a little bit more natural. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my waterline. This is the Marc Jacobs gel liner, and it's in Pink of Pink. It's called Pink of Pink, but it's almost more like a pink lavender. And this is a really great tip to put in your waterline. Also, like creamy nudes, like NARS Rue Bonaparte, I think is what it's called, is a great one also. So like creamy nudes, just any kind of brightening shade. But you'll notice, like once I put this on, it kind of gives you those like doll type eyes. It's like really pretty and really like brightening to your eyes. So I don't know if you can tell a difference, but it really brightens up your eyes and just gives you a really awake feeling. Just looking in the mirror and seeing how wide awake your eyes make me feel a little bit better. Okay, now let's go ahead and go into face. I know a lot of people think that primers are kind of gimmicky and stuff like that. And even for like everyday thing, they're like, well, I'll just skip the primer. I personally pretty much use primer every day. I feel like it's essential, especially for me, because it makes your makeup last a little bit longer. Even if you're just going to run errands, you do want your makeup to last pretty much any time. You don't want it just fading away. And also for me, I have a lot of skin texture and even some acne right now, and it's good to just kind of glide over that to make a more even application. So one that I like to use pretty much every day, it's my favorite one, is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply that to my face. Next, I'm going to go in with foundation, and the foundation I like to use lately, this is a little bit new to me. I think I mentioned it in a video before, but the things that I like the best are a little bit lighter coverage for just day-to-day natural, you know. I am a full coverage kind of girl, but like I've really been liking a little bit lighter coverage, especially if I'm just going out. There's really no need for full out glam for that kind of stuff. And what's been really great for that is this CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. It's really inexpensive. It's a pretty good shade match for me, and I just like it day to day. It's really simple. So I'm just going to squeeze some out on my hand, dot it on my face, and blend that out. Okay, so as you can still see some of my redness peeking through, you know, but sometimes it's kind of nice just to like let your face breathe a little bit, and it's a pretty good shade match for me, and I don't feel like I just have all this stuff on my skin, but I still feel like it covers a good amount. So I am going to go ahead and use some concealer, and for that I'm going to use this NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This is really great because I can go ahead and cover up a little bit of darkness under my eyes and a little bit of redness if that didn't cover up. And it still be, this is about a medium coverage concealer, but I can still, you know, feel lightweight, but still give my skin just a little bit more coverage where I need it. And I'm just going to blend that out. Okay, so next I'm going to go ahead and set my face. I like to use this Hourglass powder, the ambient powder, and I just like to lightly dust it on my face just to make your makeup set not go anywhere. Just a little light dusting and that's it. Okay, now some people might want to just throw on some mascara and be done. I do like to go a little bit farther in steps than that, even for an everyday thing, but I still feel like you can do it pretty quickly once you get in a routine of it. So next what I like to do is go in with bronzer. My favorite one lately has been the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. complexion brush. Y'all know this is my favorite bronzing brush. I'm just going to sweep it in threes on my face. Just like on my forehead, like across my cheekbone right there, and then on my jawline and a little bit down my neck. Just a little bronze, especially for someone like me so pale. Just a little bit of color makes your face not look so flat, which is really nice. Another great tip is some blush. It brings some color to your face, and it kind of brightens your face up, and it makes you look more wide awake. And I feel like it's a really good tip as well. I really like, because it's like a natural kind of everyday pink color. It's by MAC. It's called Well Dressed. So this is a really great option. It's just like a little pink flush. I really like it. I really like this blush too because it's not overly pigmented, so you can just do like a nice little flush, or you can build it up a little bit like I'm doing right now. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with highlighter. It's definitely not a necessary step, and honestly, except for just looking really nice, I can't think of a reason why you really have to have it, but it's just really nice just to gleam off your cheeks and everything. So this one today I'm going to be using is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Smoke and Whistles. As you can see, it's just a really pretty kind of silvery champagne color. I'm going to take this Morphe brush, just dip into it really good, and then swipe it across all of my usual highlighting areas. I feel like this one is a really good natural one where it's still kind of vibrant, but it's not like overboard like shimmer. So I really like that. I'm gonna go ahead and go into brows. I'm actually using something different today because I needed to get a different brow pencil color because my hair is obviously a different color, and the brow pencil and pomade I had before are way too light for me right now. So I'm actually using this NYX Micro Brow, and the shade I'm using is Ash Brown. So I'm going to try this out for the first time and see what I think. Okay, yeah, I really like this pencil. It's very comparable to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. It's got that same feeling, and I really like it because I have tried other drugstore ones, but I haven't had really much luck. I have tried the L'Oreal one, which is pretty good, but for me, like the brown, because obviously I've had brown hair before, it's my natural hair color, but the brown was like kind of a red tone I didn't like, and I felt like it was so creamy and so pigmented, it was so easy to mess it up. I like this one. It's not too waxy, but it's enough to where it clings to your brow hairs, and I feel like it's a pretty good match for my hair color right now. So overall, I think that's a win. So I like to fill in my brows a little bit. I don't need to totally define them, but just fill in some sparse areas and brush them up on the go. So that's a really good way to do that too. Lastly, I feel like one of the most important like makeup items of all time, if you're just like on the go or you're just wanting something natural and easy for every day, is mascara. This one specifically is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, and it's just mascara. It's just so great. It lifts your lashes up, it widens your eyes, and it just makes you look so much more awake. So this has been my favorite lately. As you can tell, it really widened my eyes up, and it just makes all the difference in the world. Another tip, I think I've said this before in one of my videos, but if I'm going like on a date night or something like that, then I'll put, or like want a smoky look, then I'll put mascara on my lower lash line. But if I'm going for like a natural everyday look, I don't really like to put it on my lower lash line because I feel like it brings darkness under my eyes. And like if I just have like this kind of nudie liner on my bottom line, then I feel like it's drawn to that, and it just makes them look more open instead of feeling a little bit more closed off. So for me personally, that's what I like to do best. Normally I don't really put a lipstick on if I'm just like rushing out the door or something, or if I'm just running errands, because I don't want to deal with having to reapply it and stuff like that. But so this is pretty much the look I go for, just like everyday natural looking, to me somewhat natural looking. So I hope y'all enjoy. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please give me this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you. Bye.